What's going on, guys? It's CJ, and today we are going to be on Tiermaker.com, and somebody has made a D&D 5e classes tier ranking, so we're going to rank them based on how fun I find them to play, and I guess sort of, I'm more so DM lately, so more so how irritating they can be with my players. So we'll jump right into it. It looks like they've got a couple of these on here twice, but we're only going to rank them once. It's got Blood Hunter, but it doesn't seem to have Gunslinger, which is a little weird. If they're going to go for one, they should have went for the other one too. But alright, so we got S tier, which is like the godlike ones that I really love to play. A tier, we'll say, is still pretty fun. I enjoy playing them. B is I'm kind of neutral, middle of the road. C, I'm probably not likely to play them, but I understand that they're still pretty good. And D is I can't stand it. Not a big fan of it. I have never had fun playing it or DMing really for it, or I just find it unplayable. So first off, it looks like we got the Sorcerer here. What I've played of Sorcerer I enjoyed, so we'll put it up here in A tier. It was only about 2-3 sessions before that campaign ended. It might have just been the character I was playing that I had fun with, but I did seem to enjoy it so far. What I did play of it. Monk. We'll put it. I've never really played a monk. But the monk that I've had to deal with was a little broken, so we'll just put it middle of the road. I'm not really it's kind of exists. Blood Hunter's another one of those. I just kind of middle of the road. Not really. I haven't really played it. One of my friends played it in the campaign. He seemed to enjoy it a lot. It's a little complicated to an extent in some places, but it just maybe because I've never really sat down and read through all of that. The Blood Hunter stuff, but we'll just stick it in the middle of the road. I'm not really torn either way for it. Barbarian is by far my favorite class. I love Boar, my Barbarian, and I absolutely adore this class. It's one of the easiest to play for new players to figure out. You just rage and hit shit, and I love Barbarian. Tanky and can deal a lot of damage. Amazing. Druid we'll put up here in A tier too. It's just fun being able to wild shape. The first character I played in 5th edition was a Druid, and that was really my first introduction into D&D. And I had a lot of fun wild shaping. I actually almost killed one of our friendly party members trying to wake him up as a rat. So Rattatas Tail Whip was super effective. I believe this is supposed to be Wizard. I have done a couple levels of Wizard with Boar, my Barbarian. And I enjoy it. But I'm also kind of middle of the road because, again, Zach, buddy, if you're watching, Fireball is bullshit when you're DMing sometimes, but it's meant to be bullshit. So we'll just kind of go middle of the road. I'm not torn either way on it. It's fun. I'm more of a, again, Barbarian, punch shit and ask questions later type of player. So let's see. We got Fighter. We'll put it in A tier just because it's bland, but it's meant to be bland. It's meant to be easy to play. You can be whatever you want pretty much as a fighter. It's your knights, your all that kind of stuff. Knights are fun. Fighters are fun. So we'll just go ahead and throw them in A tier there. Paladin is another one that I really like to play, but I've never had a good experience with them because literally we've tried 2 campaigns. In both campaigns, my Paladin did not make it out of the first session. The first campaign, my friends ended up stealing a horse and murdering a man, and being a lawful good paladin, it would not make sense really to not, see a problem with that. And long story short, he ended up taking the fall for it while they got away, and that was just the end of that character basically. I talked to the DM. We were going to talk about maybe him coming back as kind of like an enemy, like seeking vengeance, like an Oathbreaker paladin and stuff. But that campaign ended. That was. I'm kind of glad that paladin didn't make it though, because that's what gave me Boar and taught me that barbarians are fucking amazing. Ranger, D tier, it just doesn't seem too much fun. My wife enjoys it to an extent, but that's because she plays a hunter in World of Warcraft and she likes the Beast Companion, that kind of stuff. But from what I've seen, and from what I've seen of people playing it, it's underwhelming. Like, there's no, like, magical wonder stuff for the Ranger. Now, the Ranger in the campaign that I'm DMing now, Jacob, he's got some a cool magical item that kind of gives it some more flavor. And, I mean, if you do stuff like that, it can make it more fun to play, but otherwise it doesn't seem amazing unless you get into like Unearthed Arcana and Homebrew and some other stuff, like revised versions of the Ranger. But if we're just going by base book Ranger, it's honestly, I'd put it down here in D tier. Let's see, Bard. Again, Bard I've never really played. It leads to some funny moments with my one friend when he does play his bard. He's very much so a bard in real life. It kind of just fits his personality. Again, just kind of middle of the road. I've never really played it too much. Cleric I put up here in S tier just because it is amazingly broken. In the last campaign, I gave everybody like their own magical items, and that's kind of what broke the game to an extent, but it was like a fun breaking. The cleric, on the other hand, was the one doing all the damage, killing everything without using his magical item, just baseline stuff, killing everything in like 2-3 shots. Cleric is like a badass heavy damage dealer that can take a hit, so it's a tank and damage, but it also has fucking heals. So honestly, you just need a cleric, one-man fucking wrecking crew, and you're good. So I definitely put cleric up here in S tier. Let's see, warlock. I've had fun playing a warlock before, but I'm actually gonna put it in C tier, purely for somewhat of memes, because we in that campaign that had me playing Boar the Barbarian, one of our friends Connor was playing a warlock named Arendelle. Yes, from Frozen apparently. He didn't mean to do that, but we're like, wait, that sounds familiar, and figured it out. But he every single time he tried to use Eldritch Blast, he would miss. Like horribly miss every time, to the point where the DM was allowing him to take it as a bonus action, like he could do a regular attack and then try to Eldritch Blast and still. So it was then dubbed Eldritch Miss, and he ended up with like a magical item that like enhanced his eyesight to make it a little better for him to try to hit Eldritch Blast, and he still wasn't hitting it. So for the memes, we'll put Warlock here at C, but it can honestly be at B. Rogue, A tier, I guess. I've had fun playing rogues. Ghost, Jacob's rogue from the same campaign with Boar. He was very cool. He played a lot of cool shit, and it was basically Boar run in, hit them. If they don't drop, they're dead next turn because Ghost's coming in to help. And honestly, most of the rest of the group didn't get a chance to do too much because they were destroying everything. And then it looks like these are just repeats of the same. But so I guess that kind of rounds out my tier list. Definitely my two favorite up here. I've not really played too much Cleric, but just purely on Connor's Cleric, we'll put it up there in S tier because it just seems amazingly broken, and then Barbarians are amazingly fun. Let me know like where you guys would rank this stuff in the comments below. Honestly, this is just opinion. This is not like based on pure power level. This is just like personal experience with it. But let me know how wrong I am because you're a Ranger fan and I put it down here in D, or tell me how right I am because Barbarians are the best. Just let me know in the comments below. If you guys like this kind of video, we can do some more tier lists. Maybe next time we'll do races, anything like that. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications when we upload new videos. I promise they're going to be more consistent from now on. We had a little bit of a period there with no uploads. I'm sorry, but it'll be more consistent now. And as always, crit happens.